If you would like to get a free swim form analysis like this one, click on the link below to sign up. Hey Nick, thanks for sending me your underwater video for analysis. It's really helpful to see what's going on underwater because obviously you still have some body drag because you're much faster swimming in a wetsuit as well as swimming with the pull buoy. So I'm specifically going to talk about the things that I see that are causing drag while you swim. Number one, your kick. You have this large amplitude of legs splitting up and down. You don't have the side-to-side motion like I thought you would, but for some reason it just looks like it's so, your legs look really heavy, like they're pounding with every kick. And they look very stiff. And like I said, the amplitude is a little bit large. You can see it as you swim away from the camera, and you can see it as you swim into the camera. I can see what's going on behind you. So you want to have nice, soft, flexible ankles. You want to keep your feet together, scrape your toes, and not have much amplitude in the up and down motion. And bend your knee a little bit. When you bend your knee a little bit, that should engage the quads and hip flexors and that your legs won't look so stiff. Number two, when you breathe, you are still dropping your arm. More so, I believe, when you were breathing to the right side, you were dropping your left arm. So you're not only like turning your head to inhale and dropping that arm too soon, and when you do that, you lose out on a propulsive force with your arm, but it's also like you turn your head and you're like pushing your hand a little bit out of the way. For some reason, you probably don't even know it. So when your hand goes in the water, you want to maintain the fingertips, wrist, elbow, shoulder in alignment. You don't need to push it out of the way. So you want to put the weight of your body right here. Only extend your arm extra when you're rotating to inhale. Get that breath. Then when you turn your head back in the water, that's when you initiate the catch and the push part of the stroke that make up the pull. So the fact that you're dropping your arm slightly early, you're missing out on that propulsive force, which also is producing some drag because it's changing your body balance is off when you drop that arm, because your body balance is balanced when you breathe, when you do that little extra extension with your arm. Number three, your arm is pulling very straight. Your right arm goes in the water, you take a breath, and then you can see it pulling very, very straight, like you don't have a catch in your stroke. The catch, fingertips below the wrist, below the elbow, a slight internal rotation of your arm, your elbow should be pointed to the wall, you should catch, bend that elbow, and then push. And it's very predominant on your right side that that arm is lowered, and I can see this because I'm stopping and pausing the video at various aspects of the arm stroke. Now with your left arm, you do have a catch. It just appears that the timing of the catch is a little off, but watch this video with the screenshots and you'll know what I mean about the straight arm versus the bent arm is a little bit different. And that's going to cause some body drag because it does throw off your balance. When timing's off, it's going to be a balance issue. When it's a balance issue, it could be usually a drag issue. And again, what's going on with drag is your lower body. So I have a feeling once you're able to start engaging your quads and hip flexors and work a little bit on the ankle flexibility, keep with the steeper angled hand entry. That actually looks good because that's putting the weight of your body on your sternum with your chin tucked. It's all going to blend together. It's all going to come together over time. That's why it takes so much practice, because there's so many different elements of technique that build upon each other. So you want to reduce drag. That's going to help increase propulsion. So those are the three main things I see that's causing drag and actually slowing you down. Now let's talk a little bit about what's going on with your arm out of the water. The video that you recently just sent me, it didn't have a lot because you were swimming away from the camera. So I looked back at a video that you sent me 2 years ago, and I want to comment a little bit about that video because it kind of looks the same. So I like your point how you're entering, fingertips, elbow, wrist. I can see when you enter, you're rotating. I can see that that rotation is driven by your underwater pull, not just with your hand entry. One thing I like to do is, I think now you're overcompensating a little bit, and your angle is a little bit, you're entering at a point that's a little bit too soon, because you still have a lot of extension, a little bit too much extension underwater. So what I like to see is, instead of entering here, go a little bit further out in front of you, enter, and so you're still going to have that hip rotation, help extend your arm deeper out in front of you so you can get a good catch of the water and a good pull. You want to pull the greatest amount of water with every arm stroke, but it's just because instead of entering here, you're entering here. And I think that's going to make a lot of difference in how much water you're catching and pulling behind you past your hip. So I think the fingertip drag, when you drag your fingertip, and then fist drill, an actual combo drill, fingertip drag, and then maybe closed fist combo, or just think about fingertip drag, dig, fingertip drag, dig. Instead of digging here, you're digging here. And in these slight differences, you're on the right path, but just making these slight tweaks into what you've already changed from the past for the good is only going to help improve your stroke. Review this. A quick review is, we got to get that kick so it's not stiff. We got to get this right arm so it's not straight. We got to get you extending a little bit more and pausing a little bit more out in front when you're inhaling. And then we want to get you to extend a little bit further than you are at hand entry. And I'm excited to see what kind of results you're going to get with that. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, make it a great day.